Hi, how are you doing today? We're doing a fun impromptu video in which I'll be showing you my vinyl collection. Is it obvious that I had no clue what video to do? So yeah, I thought I've been collecting vinyl for a little bit and I thought it'd be fun to do a little video on it. So that's what we're doing today. Full transparency. So yeah, this is my collection. Isn't it nice? Some things is one, I'm not a variant collector. I just personally don't see the purpose in owning two of the same thing just because the disc is a different color. And I know that might sound weird because I do own multiple editions of some of my favorite books. I for vinyl, I just don't get it. And I appreciate people who do that. I don't, no judgment, but just not my thing. So you'll see one of each in this. And then also, this is organized on the artist name, and then so from A to Z basically, and then in order of release. So the first album, the second album, stuff like that. If I have multiple albums by one artist. Also, some of my mom's vinyls are in here, and I'm not gonna be showing those, but yeah, so if you see me kind of like skipping one on here, it's because it's not mine, but they are interspersed in this. So yeah, those are the disclaimers I needed to say. So let's begin. I also filmed b-roll for this video yesterday. That's my first time doing b-roll in a video, so like hopefully it will go well. Okay, so we're starting off at the A for Ariana Grande. The first vinyl that I have from Ariana is Yours Truly, obviously. That was Yours Truly by Ariana Grande. This is the front cover. It's a bit damaged or dirty up here. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be completely honest. I have the back and the gatefold. Isn't it pretty? And then it's just like a lame inner sleeve, so I'm not gonna show you, but that's the first one. Next we have Dangerous Woman by Ariana Grande. So this is the cover and the back. And I always love, by the way, when like a track list does this, it's like split up and like this one, this two, and then side A and side B and stuff like that. I love it because it makes my life so much easier. And then again, a gatefold that looks very similar to the Yours Truly one, and no special in the sleeves. I'm sorry. And then we have So Sweetener by Ariana Grande, which is probably my favorite album by her. The cover, of course. Don't put it like this. That's a pet peeve of mine. Every time I see it in a store like this, I get upset. It's like this. It's upside down. That's the purpose of it. And then this is the back. Again, it's split, which I appreciate. And then the gatefold looks a bit differently now. And then next we have a Thank You Next. This is the front. Try not to get like the glare in it. And this is the back. And then the gatefold. And then lastly we have Positions by Ariana Grande. Look at this. I love this. Is like one of my favorite vinyls I own aesthetically, just because everything matches so much. Like the actual like vinyl is like this pretty like green that matches with the album so well. This is the cover and the back. Just like the whole aesthetic is so well thought through. Like the inner sleeve is kind of lame, but we do get like this little insert with just like the credits on it for each of the songs. But I like it, especially because this one doesn't have a gatefold. I think this is just like a nice inclusion as well. And then next we have Don't Smile at Me by Billie Eilish, which again, one, aesthetically I really love. So this is the cover, this is the back, and then the inner sleeve, also really cool. And then I already showed it, but you know, it's a red vinyl, and just the aesthetic is just flawless. Then we have When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish. So this is the iconic front cover. The back, very simple. This one has a gatefold. There you go. And then I don't think the inner sleeve is just like black, so nothing special either. Then we have Happier Than Ever by Billie Eilish. This is actually the second vinyl I've ever gotten. I got it on the same day as I also got my first vinyl ever, but like I technically bought the other one first and then this one second. So that's a fun fact, and it had just come out at the time. So yes, that's the front, that's the back. It is also because it just like come out, I think, came with a poster which I don't own anymore, but it was just like the front picture really big. This is the gatefold, which I'm not holding properly, I know. There you go. There's a lot of like glare in it. And then the inner sleeves, this is one, this is the second one. So yeah, and then next is probably the most exciting vinyl I own. That's SOS by Camille. I just I'm so excited about this one because I don't know if you noticed, but it's signed. Like, look at it. So excited. So basically when this was released, the pre-order campaign was like if the first, like, I don't know how many people that pre-ordered the album got a signed copy, and the website didn't tell you if you were amongst those first people or not. So I pre-ordered this and I anxiously waited until this came in the mail. It's signed and I love it so much. There you go. This is the back. And again, this is such a well thought through album. It comes with a little booklet, which I always love. There's a couple of vinyl own that come in a booklet and I love it every time because I used to be a CD collector when I was a kid. I love the booklets, and that's something I kind of miss now collecting vinyl. So I love whenever they come with one, even if I'm massive. And then this is the sleeve, very pretty, and then of course it's like really bright pink vinyl because what else did you expect? And yeah, I'm really hoping Kanye's new album also comes out on vinyl and is also as well thought through as this one was, because the aesthetic of that album speaks to me even more than this one. And next we have Future Nostalgia by Dua Lipa. So it is the front and the back and the gatefold. All very pretty, very pretty. It does come with a little thing, again, piece of paper with credits. I think these are not lyrics. Yes, credits, and like a thank you note. And the back is empty. And there's a waste of space, so like put a pretty, you already have so many pictures on this, but I want a picture on here. Then I own a couple of soundtracks, not many, but one of them is Encanto, but from the movie Encanto. And yeah, when I watched this movie I fell in love with the soundtracks. Of course I had to get it on vinyl. This is the back, and then on the inside there is also again a little booklet, and I love this picture so much more than this one. I don't know why. There we go. And these also have credits, but I like that it also has just like pictures from the movie on it as well. And then we have Harry Styles for Harry Styles, his debut album. This is the front, and then the back, and the gatefold. Boom. And then this is the first vinyl I ever got with a booklet, and it is also much thicker than Cammy's one. So I'm gonna try and show you everything, but like it's a lot. So yeah, boom. 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 And we have a Fine Line by Harry Styles, and this is the splattered version. So this is one where it's not just a standard pressing. I think this is the first one. I think all of the other ones were just like standard pressings. So this one is not that. So this is the front and the back. This is a very thick one. We have the gatefold, and it should also have a poster, which I'm not gonna fully unfold because that will be a pain in the butt, but chances are if you are a Harry Styles fan, you've seen this poster around. It's a very iconic poster. So yeah. And then of course we also have Harry's House. This is the Bolt.com exclusive, which I have not seen this version anywhere else. I don't know if you can get it anywhere else, because the only thing that I've seen comparable to it is more like a muted yellow. This one is like a bright one. So I don't fully know if you can get it anywhere else, but that's what I got. That's the cover, of course, and the back, the gatefold, and this one again comes with a booklet, except it's large. So could you still call it a booklet? Because of how mess of it, it's not really lit. But oh well. Whee! I should have also gotten some b-roll of me flipping through these instead of like doing it now, because it's just really awkward. And then I have het beste van Plop, of course, a nostalgia buy, obviously. So this is the front and the back. Nothing interesting on the inside. And I can tell you now that the b-roll was gonna change, because the way I was doing it, like up on my, what's it called, my record player, I forgot the word, I'm sorry, but I was doing it on there, we're just taking a really long time. I was like, I'm not even halfway through. So yeah, I switched things up. I'm sorry, it's a bit more lame looking, but you get the effect still. And then we have Alle Kleuren van K3. Again, nostalgia buy, but also I'm a massive K3 fan, so not really. But there we go, front and back. And then again, going in the sleeve. We also have Tere Romeo van K3. So this is the front and the back. And going in a sleeve. There's nothing exciting about this besides like the actual vinyl color, which matches the albums. And then I also have Waterval van K3, the new generation. This is the back and the front. I actually really love just like this front. I don't know why, it's one of my favorite album covers. Then we actually have the first vinyl I ever got, Confetti by Little Mix. So that is fun. Like this is generally just so fun to me that this is just like the first vinyl I ever got. Just feel like it's a perfect one to get to start off with, because it's just a full album. And this is the front, this is the back, and then the inner sleeve is ready as well. And then we have Between Us by Little Mix. Obviously, I also had to get this when it came out. This is the FNAC exclusive, which I don't mind because I prefer this cover. It's not this. Wait, I'm gonna show you the gatefold first, because this is the standard edition cover, or something similar to this is the standard edition cover. But I prefer this so much more. Isn't it so much more pretty? Anyway, this is the back. This is kind of like their best of album, except that there's also some new songs in here. And yeah, it is the inner sleeves. They look identical on the other one, except you know the songs on it are different. So I'm just gonna show you one. Then next we have Walls by Louis Tomlinson. This is the front, the back, and then a really cool inner sleeve, because this side just has lyrics on it, and on this side we have pictures, and this is like, no, it is credits on it. I thought it was a note, but they're credits. Then you have a Faith in the Future, and this is not my favorite vinyl I own, just like aesthetically. So this is the front and the back. I feel like this always looks more unreadable than it is, but like now it kind of looks decent on camera. Maybe if I edit it, it doesn't. But yeah, on the inside we have this, which is credits for the song with a picture on the back. And then the inner sleeve, we have two different patterns. I don't know why these saw this, but like the splatter, oh, love it so much. I don't remember what edition is this. It's a splatter edition. I don't know if it has a different name. I hope not, because otherwise I screwed it up. But just the black and red aesthetic and how they're just like pulled through and everything, I just love. And we have Heartbreak Weather by Niall Horan, and then is the back. I haven't been able to find Flickr anywhere, which is a disappointment, but oh well. The inner sleeve is boring, but this is not a booklet. These are all separate pieces of paper, which is a lot. Niall, you could have bound this up into one thing, you know? I don't even know if these are in the right order, but they have, yes, these have lyrics on them. Most like, oh wait, and they have a back side as well. They most likely aren't in order. I'm so sorry. I don't know. There's just so much to it. And then we have two just like pictures. So there you go. And of course I have The Show by Niall Horan. This is one where I kind of hated not being a variant collector, because this cover is just my absolute favorite out of the ones that I got, because every different variant has a different cover. And this is my favorite. But it's just regular black. And there were some really pretty ones out there. So I'm kind of disappointed, but I wanted this cover so badly, so we went with it. This is the back, and then we have an inner sleeve with lyrics on it and credits on it, everything, and a little note about heaven. Each variant comes with like a different song. So yeah, this is Heaven. You can pause it if you want to read it. And then we have Sour by Olivia Rodrigo. Look at that pretty cover and the pretty back. And then I love this. Just like the aesthetic of the gatefold. I love it so much. It's so messy. It's so fun. And then we have the edge sleeve with lyrics on it. Then next I have Guts by Olivia Rodrigo, and this is like the most special edition I own because this is the Spotify like fan exclusive. Like I got a mail from Spotify saying, hey, you're one of the top Olivia Rodrigo listeners, here is a link to a pre-order. Oh, this really pretty picture disc, and it's also my only picture disc. So this is the front. We have the sticker with the track listed, and this is the back. And I also just want to know, because I have not seen it online anywhere, other people might have, but the bonus song for this variant is Obsessed. I'm sorry for any changes visually, but we had some technical difficulties, so I had to pause filming, but we're back and better than ever, hopefully. Anyway, where we left things off, I was about to talk about Belangelijk by Pommeline Dice, and this is the version off of our own website, which is yellow. I believe the regular version is just black in other stores. I have not seen those in person, but just based off of online listings, they seem to be just regular black, and on the website was yellow. This is the front and the back, and then we have an inner sleeve. Boom. This side has credits and this side has a thank you note. And of course, a vinyl collection of mine wouldn't be complete without emails I can send by Sabrina Carpenter. I believe this is Sabrina's only album on vinyl. I could be wrong, but like, if there are on any others, let me know because I need to get them. But Emails I Can Send is one of my favorite albums of all time. I love it so much. So of course, I have to get this one as well. That was the gatefold. And then we have this insert in here. Very pretty. And then we have another nostalgia by Samson and Gert. Ian by Samson and Gert. There we go. This is the back. It is a bit broken at the top, which people are gonna crucify me for, but this is how it came, so I didn't do it. But yeah, again, boring in the sleeve. That's the Studio 100 albums. They're never that exciting. Then I have this, which is the School of Rock soundtrack. I'm not gonna lie, I've never listened to this, but I love School of Rock, so I couldn't leave the store without this. So yeah, that's what this is. And then we have Revelation by Selena Gomez. So that's my only Selena Gomez vinyl, which feels like a shame. But this is a EP as well. So this is the back and the inner sleeve. And this is almost impossible to read in real life as well. It's a bit too small. Like, I don't know why the red on black doesn't really work that well, but it's a thing. Now we're getting into my largest collection, which is my Taylor Swift collection, and it is not complete. Starting things off with Taylor Swift by Taylor Swift, her debut album. Look at her baby face. Oh yeah, this is the front, this is the back, and the gatefold. Then we have a Fearless by Taylor Swift. This is the Platinum edition. I don't know if there's any other versions, but yeah. Yeah, this. And the back. And the gatefold. All very pretty. We have Red. The front. The back. And the gatefold, which is basically just like the album booklet spread out from what I remember. And we have 1989 by Taylor Swift, which is exciting because when I'm filming this, the vault was unlocked yesterday. So, you know, I'm very excited about this. So the front, the back, and again, the gatefold just kind of looks like the album booklet. And now when it comes to like Taylor's own discography, I feel like these step up the game so much. So it's starting with A Lover, which is my favorite Taylor Swift album. This has two color discs. One is blue, one is pink, but it's the standard edition. So that's the front, the back, and the gatefold, and then the inner sleeves. Again, both are kind of like identical, just with different songs on them. So I'm only showing one. Then we have a folklore. I have the standard edition. There's a bunch of these. We got the front and the back. And then the gatefolds. They're all falling. Oh well. And then this is one of the inner sleeves. I will show both because they have different pictures on it. And this is the second one. Ooh, that's an in color picture. That's fun. And then next we have the Folklore Lawn Pond Studio Sessions by Taylor Swift, which was released for Record Store Day this year. So it's the front and the back. And honestly, I highly recommend getting your hands on this because it sounds so good. And yeah, it doesn't have a gatefold, but it does have two vinyls, which this is the first time I own a vinyl that's a 2-disc, but without a gatefold. It's always a pain to get them in, as you can tell. And we also have this insert, Fun Times, and then we have Evermore, the back and front, and the gatefold. And then again, just like Folklore, they are set up like extremely similar, which I like because Evermore and Folklore are like sister albums, so I like that just like aesthetically. So then next we have a Fearless Taylor's version, which is the front cover, the back, and for this one, okay, it has boring inner sleeve, thank God, because I don't want to show you, as this is kind of hell to take out and in. But this is the gatefold. It exists out of pieces, and like because it has 3 vinyl, and like here's one, and here is one. These are like very hard to get out. I'm so sorry. And then we have Red Taylor's version, which this does have 2 discs on each side, so it's kind of similar to the Lawn Pond Studio Sessions, you know, different, and it's also really heavy. That's one in the back. And then the gatefold with the all too well 10-minute version, lyrics. And then I'm not gonna pull out all in my sleeves because I kind of set up the same, and it's a lot, but you have like a picture, lyrics, and like the pictures do change, but yeah, it's too painful to get them all out because there's a lot of them. And then lastly for today's videos, we have Midnights by Taylor Swift. And this is Midnights. This is the lavender version, which I'm so glad I got because I thought it was the most pretty. So this is the front, the back. It's a clock, except not really. It's only half of one. And it is the gatefold. And then I don't remember the inner sleeves of these. Oh yeah, it does have pretty inner sleeve. Boom. There we go. And that was the entire collection. I'm now gonna have to push them all back in its spots, but that's every vinyl I own. That's the doorbell. That's every vinyl I own. Let me know in the comments which vinyls you got, which one of your favorites is from here, and hopefully I'll see you next time.
Here I am again, the same old situation. Why does the God thing have to be so complicated?